all new episode of SCNS.
So happy you could join us today.
Yeah! That was very creepy the way you said that. I'm Matt. That guy right there is the real jackass BC.
Watch my shoulder.
Was it feeling better?
A little bit better. I'm supposed to be in a sling, but screw that crap.
You want some?
It's annoying.
It is
All right,
really annoying.
to my right, your left, that is Miss Cora. Who are you kissing?
She's doing the kawaii thing.
I'm sending kisses to all our
There's a
viewers.
shark on her microphone. I just noticed it.
Who's Hawaii? What's the Hawaii thing?
Kawaii.
I heard Hawaii. All right, right
Wait,
over
we're
there
going
is
to Hawaii?
Jason the X.
What's up? I found Rogue One figures. I cheated and bought them on Amazon.
I really like emo Kylo Ren.
Don't look at me. I
Shame.
denied the hunt.
Shame. Shame.
Shame.
Ding ding.
And then found them all at Toys R Us when I went hunting that day.
Good job.
You just screwed yourself hardcore. All right, and then behind the board we have producer Robin Tropey, who is watching Kevin Hart, and we've also got the Professor Chris K, who is just behind the board doing weird, like, I think he's praying to Cthulhu, I'm assuming. But anyway, so he's there too, and we have an all new episode where we're talking so much stuff. This is a jam-packed episode.
It's been a big week.
We've got an Oh Hell No. We've got what else we got? We got
super cool nerd news.
We've got the worst Halloween
Oh,
costumes.
sweet Jesus. It's going to be a good one, y'all.
God, it's terrible. We're introducing a new channel control segment today. It's called Dope or Weak. And it's going to be either so dope,
I want y'all-
or
I want y'all
so
to-
weak.
I want y'all to guess
All
who actually came up with that one, by the way.
That was me.
It was actually him, yeah.
I came up with the title for it.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah.
And then there's Mr. Rob, who doesn't like anything. Oh,
Rob's like-
I'm so much cooler than everything, even though BC has awesome catchphrases. Yeah.
Rob was like, I'm going to stay old school. I watch MASH. So, anyway. So, that's it for what we're going on with today. Oh, wait. Before anything else, you went to go see some Doctor Strange stuff.
Yeah, I got to see a 15-minute preview for Doctor Strange, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. It has changed my opinion on something. So
Sweet. Yeah, right there. Okay, but as we always do, we're going to kick it all off with some super cool nerd news.
Super Cool Nerd News is powered by Cinelinx. Cinelinx.com, your one stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinx. We're going to start off with one of the coolest stories I have ever seen in my life. Batman is hunting down clowns in Britain. That's right, there are people dressed as creepy clowns and they're messing with people. And one man is finally standing up for all of Britain dressed as the Bat. That's right, Gotham is in Britain. Step up, America. The cops want to let everyone know, though, he is not a vigilante. He is just a symbol for children. Yeah, all right, we'll take that. In some video game news, we got Rise of the Tomb Raider finally hits PS4, and Square Enix has been doing all kinds of things to celebrate, as this also marks the 20th anniversary of the franchise, which originated on the PS1. To celebrate, they created a throwback case and sent it to Sony, which then combined it with the classic PS1 console. This unit isn't for sale, but wow, holy nostalgia, that's so dope. Robinson, The Journey has a release date. That's right, the VR experience.
So weak.
So weak, bro.
So weak, bro.
So weak, bro.
So weak. So weak.
Now,
So weak.
Now, Matt got to check this game out at E3 and had nothing but positive things to say about it. Make sure to go check out his articles on Cinelinx about it. But looks like we will get our chance to crash land on the VR Jurassic Planet on November 8th. In more video game news, there's a brand new Power Rangers game. Bandai Namco, words, I know them.
Bandai
Namco. You know, that seems so much easier than it should. Like, that should be like a weird sounding word because it looks like it, but whatever. You know, I'm just going to go with it. Namco. Just announced Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle is set to release on PS4 and the Xbox One in January 2017. The very stylized arcade side-scroller look will support 4-player co-op play and features the original team. I don't know about you, but I know that Jason is super excited for that one. Earlier this week, we got a brand new John Wick trailer, and holy crap, does it not look like the most epic thing we have ever seen. Once again, looking action-packed, full of Keanu Reeves and some awesome gun fu. John Wick will hit theaters on February 10th, 2017. Earlier this week, out of New York Comic Con, we also got a featurette for the Justice League. But that's not all that they sent out. The behind-the-scenes videos recently just came with our first look at Mara in the Justice League film. And my God, does Amber Heard look hot as hell. But she also looks quite vicious and ready for battle. WB and DC continue on their mission of damage control to revamp their DCEU image. And other than Jason, I'm pretty sure the majority of us think it's going pretty well. We were also treated to the first Iron Fist trailer coming out of New York Comic Con, and in the words of Bobby Roode, it was glorious. As Iron Fist will hit Netflix on March 17th, we are also gearing up for The Defenders later 2017, and we now know that Ripley herself, Sigourney Weaver, will be the villain. The Wasp will not be taking part in the Infinity War, though. Evangeline Lilly was speaking during her appearance at this past week's New York Comic Con. She said while the script to Ant-Man and the Wasp is currently on its first draft and does not have approval by any of the higher-ups, she was quoted in saying, "An initial script has been created, but it has not been approved by the higher powers that be. The Feiges still haven't seen it. I have talked to Peyton Reed about where they're headed and what they want to focus on, and I'm excited because it's essentially going to be the origin of the Wasp. Of course, we'll get to see the Wasp take on the mantle for the first time and put the suit on, fly about, and do her thing. As for her role in Avengers Infinity War, and the as of yet titled Avengers 4, Evangeline Lilly remarked, "The Wasp won't be in the first part, but she will be in the second part because they want to preserve that reveal for Ant-Man and the Wasp that comes in after Avengers Infinity War." We have got our villain for Logan. That's right, Narco star Boyd Holbrook was cast as the mystery villain in April, and now the official Instagram for the page has identified his character as Donald Pierce. In the comics, Pierce was a cyborg who has ties to the Hellfire Club, who were portrayed in 2011's X-Men First Class, where they were led by Sebastian Shaw, played by Kevin Bacon. A key part of Pierce's MO is creating an army of cyborgs called the Reavers. And speaking of Boyd Holbrook, Benicio del Toro has exited Shane Black's Predator due to some scheduling issues. The studio isn't wasting any time in lining up a new lead as they have set their sights on Holbrook himself. It is notable to say the scheduling conflicts are probably true, as del Toro has sequels to Sicario coming up, as well as a role in Star Wars Episode 8. And sticking with Star Wars news, it's our favorite part of Super Cool Nerd News. We have a brand new Rogue One trailer, and it is the final one. Did we get to see Darth Vader? Do we get to see more? Do we know more about the plot? What's going on? I have no idea because I haven't watched it, because Star Wars already has my money and I don't want to see any more trailers. But I guarantee that the rest of this crew have all watched it, and they're going to talk about it in length right here in our discussion. That's your Super Cool Nerd News, powered by Cinelinks.com.
Thank you very much, BC.
That was a lot.
And yes, I mean, we might as well just go Rogue One. The Rogue One trailer.
Again,
it is so beautiful.
I mean, it's great.
Again, as I've said, I didn't watch it because they already have my money. I'm already going to see this. I don't want to see the reveal of Darth Vader, and I knew he was going to be in it.
He's on the poster.
I know, but I don't want to see him in footage. I don't want to see the footage of Vader till I'm sitting in that theater.
You write stories for Cinelinks where we've talked about this.
You've already seen it, though, because it was in that teaser.
Yes.
The back of his head. Yes, I get the back of his
So you
head
saw it.
was in there. That's fine. I don't want to see him in action. I don't want to see the big Darth. I want to wait till
Do
I'm
you think
seeing
you
the
might be a
theater.
little bit obsessive about this?
I am. I'm obsessed about it because I absolutely, positively love Star Wars, and I want that feeling of the feeling of going into The Force Awakens. We're never going to rebuild again, because that was years and years of build-up, ready for it to finally come back. New Star Wars that we love and are ready for.
Right.
And we're not going to get that feeling again. But the feeling of seeing Vader on screen for the first time, sitting in that theater, not in a trailer, I'm in for. They've already got my money.
Yeah.
They don't need to sell me anymore. So I don't need to watch this trailer. I've got a friend who has not watched anything for Rogue One. He's not seen a single thread of footage.
See, that must be nice because what we do,
it
working
is.
and all these things, we have to watch all these trailers so we're in the know.
Yeah.
A part of me kind of wishes, though, that there's like, we could all be locked in like a little room.
Exactly.
So that way we don't see it and then we get into there and we're like,
It gets a little difficult in what we're doing to stay away from spoilers and stuff like that. But it comes a point in time that I'm just like, look, I'm sorry. I'm not watching any more of these trailers. Star Wars has my money.
yeah.
Well, we have seen like more information brought forth in the trailer, which also Donnie Yen in a freaking Star Wars movie. I'm just
And
like,
I've already
just his line of, I have no fear. All is as the Force wills it. I'm just like, but we do find out that Jyn Erso, who are our hero, which is not a weak female character, shut the fuck up, internet. So I couldn't resist that one.
Where's Captain America?
But seriously, we find out her father is actually one of the main people that has worked on the Death Star. So now it starts to make sense why they went to go and recruit this Imperial who was in jail.
Yeah.
To, lead this. Well, not lead. I think she's just part of the strike team. I think the leader is going to be Mr. Cassian Andor here. Mm-hmm. Which, 3-pack with the jacket. It's a toy thing.
We get it. You bought toys.
Yeah. You clearly bought some toys.
On Amazon.
I even bought the friggin'
On Amazon.
I even bought
On Amazon.
Ray
You didn't
again.
hunt it.
On Amazon.
You went on Amazon. That's not a hunt.
Don't judge me.
That's just shopping.
Don't look at me. Don't look
That's
at me.
weak.
So weak.
So weak.
I'll admit, I bought the Ray just because she came with a lightsaber this time, and it was a different animal.
Anyway,
Okay,
so Rogue One. I think the consensus was that it was just a beautiful, amazing trailer, and what was cool.
I'm
That's
with
how we
BC.
started our day.
I'm with BC. Yeah, that was like
I haven't
7:30 this morning.
I know.
Uh-huh.
That's weird. They
I
put
was
it out
already
that
clocked in
early.
at work. So
Yeah, I didn't
seen it yet.
expect that
Oh,
at all.
really?
I really expected maybe a
don't have
noon
internet,
thing. Some sort of grand reveal, and they're like, "Hey, good morning. Here's a trailer." Okay.
Now, I'm literally getting my kids off to school, and I was like, "Hey, wait! You'll be late this morning. I gotta watch this real quick." But
I'm laying in bed. My wife wakes me up, and I'm just like, I'm already up. But she's like, "You're not up right now?" And she's like, "I have no reason to be up right now. My alarm hasn't gone off."
I have to watch
And I'm
this
like,
3 or 4
Rogue
times.
One trailer. I got the alert. Rogue One. She's like, shut up.
I got small children. I'm like, y'all need to hurry up. Hurry up. Let's move. Let's get out of here. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Sorry. No, you're just going to be tardy today. Maybe absent.
If your teachers ask, it's because there was a Star Wars.
Call your assistant. Call your teacher and tell them you're going to be absent today.
Your teacher isn't even there yet because they're also watching the Rogue One trailer. So you're
It's
fine.
weird because they're in that same age group too. So.
So we have other stuff like you talked about the new villain for Logan.
That's right. We got Donald Pierce.
I was surprised to see that one actually. Not a well-known. I mean, in the comics, yeah, Pierce is. Well, they're going to be doing the Reavers though.
They are doing the Reavers.
The Reavers.
Give us some
been rumored
backstory
for
on
quite
that.
a while.
The Reavers are basically cybernetic mercenaries, and at one point they almost killed Logan. Like they literally almost killed him, nailed him to an X cross, and left his ass for dead,
Damn.
only to be saved by Jubilee. Yeah,
They were the Hellfire Club members that got mangled by Wolverine.
right. Yeah. Well, if you ever saw the famous Hellfire Club X-Men comic where Wolverine goes ape and just murders the shit out of every Hellfire soldier he sees, that's who they were. So they had a personal vendetta, and they ripped him apart. I mean, they softened him up, and they almost killed him. So, being that we are going to be seeing Logan at a kind of a weaker state, that makes this really dangerous for him. The Reavers are nothing to jack around with. So, good choice. Because they haven't done anything, and some of the characters that they use, the way they make the cybernetics, I can't wait to see that on screen. That's going to be some awesome effects.
But my question is where does that lead us with all the rumors of Mr. Sinister?
Mr. Sinister was known for hiring mercenaries to do his bidding.
I think there's also that, and then it could also be that they're gonna have some of Mr. Sinister, not just in Logan, but have it in the next X-Men movie that they come out with.
I think Logan's got something of his, and maybe he's after him again.
See, because the thing is that the next X-Men movie is supposed to take place in the 90s. Mm-hmm. This one's taking place in 2024.
Right.
So why would they take place? Why would Sinister be in both of those?
Because fuck you on your continuity.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Continuity, smontinuity.
Did you watch Days of Future Past? They said, screw it. Fuck it all. We just
All right,
redid the
where's
whole
Barry
thing.
Allen? Mess some stuff up, bro.
Go kill your mom. Don't kill your mom. I don't know.
Oh,
This
jeez.
Sooner or later, he's going to be his own father.
Jason, you're not bitching about Mara.
I actually like Mira.
Mira.
I actually like Mira. Mira is, think, the undersea Wonder Woman. And I've always said I like Wonder Woman. And I was telling Matt off
Can
camera.
you check him? See if he has a fever.
There
No,
are
I
a few
like
characters
Mira.
in DC.
No, you need to check him.
Check him.
DC
Jason,
hater.
go
ahead,
DC
go ahead.
hater.
He said he liked
ahead.
something from DC.
Go
I'm
ahead,
kind
touch
of worried
me.
here.
Touch me.
Well, see, I'm just glad that someone else is enjoying like Aquaman and Mira, so I'm not.
What are you talking about? We love Aquaman and DC. That is the enemy.
I got made fun of for liking
I don't wanna jump
Aquaman
too
until
far
the trailer
on
came
Aquaman.
out.
Wait.
No, he is the enemy
Let's
on
not jump
this.
in.
That's the Jason. There we go. He's back.
But as far as Mira, if you ever, and I was telling Matt off camera, if you ever seen Justice League Throne of Atlantis, Mira is a total badass in there with the water shaping abilities and her just massacring. No punches thrown, straight up dismembering people. Mira is a badass, and I hope that Amber Heard, I think, can pull that off.
Nice.
I hope that translates well on screen.
I still
think
need
they're
to see
throwing too
Throne of
much.
Atlantis. I really do.
It's
I
definitely
haven't
worth
checked it out yet.
That and the Justice League War, because they're in the same continuity.
War is good.
I've seen War. I just haven't seen that
It's
one.
the same characters from there, only they've gone back to more recognizable voices. Nathan Fillion voices Green Lantern this time around instead of Whoever
he
that
did it
prick
in,
was
he did
in the Green Lantern First Flight.
not just that one, but also the one where
They were telling the stories.
Justice League, like, because Batman had like all these contingency plans, and they
War.
Was that War?
No, that wasn't.
That wasn't War. That was
I forget.
that was Doom.
Yeah,
That was
Doom,
Justice
that's
League
right,
Doom.
that's right.
That's what it was.
But yeah, I like him as a. That's a good move. But regardless, yeah, Mira, the costume looks great.
Mm-hmm.
It looks spot on, straight out of the comics. No complaints here.
Here's what I need though. As far as like the Throne and all the other DC movies, I need there to be a place where I can watch them for free.
Most of them are on
we'll
Netflix, are they not?
No,
Throne of Atlantis should be. We'll talk after this, but I have something.
I remember like they had like 3 of them on HBO for a while, and so that was a cool place to watch them. But Netflix didn't have them for a good long time.
It's scattered. If it's the animated ones, they're scattered around Amazon, Hulu, Netflix, and HBO.
She's right. You got to go kind of hunting for
Yeah.
them, but they are
I
available.
want like one place. I want.
Used to get them, but I think something with contract and licensing, they lost the stuff. So
My one concern is I think they might be throwing too many characters in now.
Wait, which one?
Well, now they're real heavy on that, and we're getting way off of conversation here. But now they're real heavy on the Son of the Batman storyline they're doing.
Which was a cool storyline.
Well,
I'm trying to get my buddy to give me information. I got a friend who works in the animation department for Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
He
talked
works
about
on
that,
all
yeah.
these films. I'm trying to get him to tell me stuff before it happens, but I can't get anything out of him.
All right, well that's it for
'Cause he
super
likes
cool
his
nerd
job.
news because we're trying to
Yeah, we gotta
stay on
move it along a
pace
little
today.
bit.
We actually have like a list. We have a rundown today.
It's more of a suggestion.
Let me guess, we're already off.
Probably. All right, so what we're going to get to next it's a very special oh hell no because
here we go.
Jason the X is very upset about the thugs that are running Marvel right now. That's right. If you've watched Luke Cage, you yourself have been shuddering in fear as the thug that is Luke Cage has been menacing the streets of Harlem.
What a thug.
So, without further ado, let's roll the little opener, and then we'll get to some oh hell no.
oh hell no!
Hello, Internet. Jason the X here. Now, there are times when people invade our world of nerddom and they don't come in properly armed for a battle of wits. It happened back in the last presidential election where they tried to say Bane was created by DC Comics to bring shame to the Bane Corporation by Mitt Romney,
Shame.
which was totally wrong, and if you had done even 5 minutes of research, you'd have known it was wrong. Well, guess what? We have another contender. Now, this person has a problem with Luke Cage. Her name is Crystal Wright. She is known as the conservative black chick and wrote a piece for Mediate recently saying how Luke Cage was a thug and a hoodlum and was not worthy of the title hero. To use a couple of quotes from her, Let's start off with her first paragraph. Wonder Woman, Catwoman, Superman, Spider-Man, Batman. They wore capes and represented the good citizen, not the criminal. First off, bitch.
Language!
A few of those characters do not wear capes. Also, Catwoman, not exactly a hero. But if you had actually read something instead of just writing, you'd probably known that. But I digress. As I said, as America's first black super thug masquerading as a superhero. Let's just drop that thug. First of all, first black, wrong. Wrong. Not the first black hero. Actually, that title belongs to Black Panther at Marvel Comics, Black Lightning at DC, and if you want to go further back into the 30s, Lothar in Defenders of the Earth. Yes, I did 5 minutes of research and figured that out. Try being a journalist, lady. Anyway, so as she said, of course, all black people live in Harlem. Shut up. And the 13, and you know, all people go live in Harlem. Anyway. But, of course, Luke Cage wore a hoodie, which we will not deny is something that is supposed to be topical, referring to Trayvon Martin. And yes, he is a bulletproof black man. Now, this is, yes, a political message. You can take something from that. But Luke Cage has been around for a while. This is nothing new. And it wasn't just put forth because there was social injustice, as you say. God, I hate your guts. Anyway, but I digress. I love when you say, we won't let facts get in the way. Well, clearly we are, because you did no research at all. Also, Marvel's first black hero in the cinematic universe? Bitch, please. Did you not see War Machine? Maybe Falcon. Yes, there were characters before this, and yes, that character resides in the same universe that Luke Cage does. Research. Try it sometimes. But all people who wear hoodies are not criminals. It's a symbolic thing. Yes, Coulter said that because it is absolutely fucking true. Just because you don't... Calling Luke Cage a stereotype is hurtful. Luke Cage, yes, may have had a more controversial origin back in the day, but that was during a different time, which I would hope that we've evolved past. It has been retconned that Luke's time in the Slammer was unjust, and he was actually a police officer beforehand. And yes, most Marvel heroes back in the day were criminals for some reason before they became heroes. But that's not necessary today, because we don't need to fit stories that make it more comfortable for you to understand. What I recommend you do, go read a comic book, or at least go to a Wikipedia page. Luke Cage is not a thug. He is a hero, and a reluctant one at best. But we're going to see great things from Mike Coulter and this character, and I hope it upsets you the whole way. In summation, go fuck yourself and read something.
And that is Oh Hell No.
So that was just one big Z snap formation.
I'm going to get a big
Well, come on! I mean... We write stories on Cinelinks.
Yeah.
We're pseudo-journalists. I would go ahead and say that.
Sure.
But there are things that we don't know everything. We do research. There are some things I'm like, I got to write a story on this. Better go to the internets.
Yeah. Well, every story I do, I research first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't do it all the time. No. I'm one of the shittier writers there, but at least I do some research from time to time. Which, her article is just so full of holes and making a political message instead of... If she had done even a little bit of research, this wouldn't have happened. But
No.
regardless. Also...
There was one part where she talked about, is he going to use these powers to go help the people of Harlem?
Did you watch the show?
Yeah. Did you not watch it?
Did that from day one. God.
Here's the thing. Luke Cage was topical. Luke Cage was the big thing that was going on. Anything Marvel or Netflix related or anything, even DC. Superheroes right now are just the big thing to talk about. So you're looking at this story that somebody just put up, half-assedly, whatever.
And
it was clickbait.
Arguably.
That's all it was.
And I know that the GOP just goes running and screaming to any black person who's willing to say the shit that they can't say. I know that they are a rare commodity, enjoy that, endangered species status for right now. But seriously, this is just so full of crap. Luke Cage is a good, and we're gonna get Iron Fist too. So
Yeah.
and Luke Cage ain't done. Bitch. I know language. Shut up.
I wonder what they're gonna call it. Like, Iron Fist, though.
What do you mean?
Can't call him a thug. We got a bandit.
Oh, actually, people are already calling whitewashing with Iron Fist.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you guys
they've been
haven't
doing
seen that already,
yeah.
That was as soon as they casted him, which I never understood because that's part of the character.
it's
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that
it's
he's a rich white boy.
I'm Asian, and I know people are upset. I know they want more Asian heroes, but you know what? That's part of Danny Rand's thing.
and that's what Xander and I were discussing when it came out, because I was like, when I saw the picture, I was like, okay, that is legit casting. That looks pretty fucking awesome. And I know language. I'm gonna smack it out of your
I
hand next
swear to
time.
God, I'm gonna go to Halloween. I'm gonna go buy the actual shield and start throwing it around here.
$25 a target for a full size one.
Okay, all right.
Anyway,
But we were talking about it, and he showed it. He showed me where people were complaining. I was like, did they do any research? Because from what I barely know anything about Iron Fist. Like, I saw 2 episodes of like the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon or whatever it was, and he was in it. I'm like, isn't he supposed to be white?
And
Yeah,
I've
he
said,
is.
I've said it numerous times. I don't care if you're changing the race, if there's no need for it. Like the Johnny Storm being black, perfectly fine with me. I didn't care.
it's not story dependent.
Kingpin being black, I don't care. Black Panther being a white guy, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Also, Danny being a white guy, it's part of the conflict of them
Right.
when they
Wakanda
take him
is South
into Kunlun.
Africa.
It was supposed to be like he was the first white dude for this to happen to,
And of
right?
course,
Yeah.
they don't want to take this dude into the hidden city.
Yeah.
They're like, first of all, he ain't one of us. Second of all, he's a white guy. That's part of the conflict.
And the
So-
thing he was a rich preppy white boy that decided to
Well,
throw
no-
all that away.
No, Danny. No. The origin story for Danny is basically he was a child, as his parents are looking for the mystical city of Kunlun.
Yeah, but I thought they
No,
had
he's a
they had money.
That's
they have
Oliver
a lot of money.
Queen.
Okay.
They have a lot of money in corporations, but Danny's a kid when he survives a plane crash. We're talking like, I think they cast the actor. He's like 10 years old that's playing Danny. So, and it's taking place 15 years later. He goes back to the city. So it's going to be a young actor, but that's part of the conflict because it's like we can't take him into the mystical city, but also we can't just leave a friggin' kid out here.
Which part of New York is he going to be in?
I'm not sure. I believe he's in Manhattan.
Okay.
New York's
It
a
would
pretty
make
big
sense
place
for
now.
me.
We're covering all the 5
I
boroughs
was,
here.
I was about to say, how many people? Hell's Kitchen is 8 blocks.
Well, where's Jessica?
Come on now.
Where is it?
Jessica Jones is Hell's Kitchen too.
Is she
So
Hell's
I'm
Kitchen? I thought she was Bronx.
Nah, she was Hell's Kitchen. And so they were her and Daredevil. I'm like, come on now, it's 8 blocks. There can't be this much trouble in 8 blocks, guys. Like,
They
I
should.
every time I go to New York, I stay in Hell's Kitchen. I go down to Famous Ray's right there where Hollywood Hogan's picture is hanging in the building.
Showed out on you.
But I swear, I love Hell's Kitchen. There's no way there's this much trouble. There's not that many kingpins in that 8-block radius.
And Spider-Man's also in the area, too.
Come on.
I mean, you know how many superheroes are in New York?
They don't touch just yet. Although they are talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to cross over with our Netflix series.
the rumors on the Punishers.
Also,
set, I
let's
like that.
the 4 of them coming out at New York Comic Con for Defenders.
Yeah.
I was watching the stream of that, and I was just like, woo, woo, woo! And then, we've got our villain here, which is Sigourney Weaver. Mm-hmm. And the rumor is that she is going to be Mephisto.
I hope not.
Why not? Mephisto appears whatever he wants you to see.
Honestly, what I want is I want her to be Madam Web.
That wouldn't make her a bad
Yeah.
guy. That would not make her a
You
bad
can.
Madam
You can
Web-
twist it.
You can twist
Madam
it.
Web isn't a bad guy. No.
I would love to see it. And
I
think it'd be-
refuse. Madam Web is not.
She's not a villain.
I'm sorry, but apparently the X-Men aren't. They're Inhumans now. They're not even.
I'm about to go get a
Come
long
on.
box of comics.
They're
and
not
start
mutants,
bludgeoning
bro.
people with it.
They're just changing whatever they want.
She did some messed up stuff.
I think Mephisto will be a good choice because they are introducing magic into the Marvel Universe now. We see it with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., with Ghost Rider,
Iron Fist will.
and Iron Fist
too.
is magical.
Yeah.
Also, of course, Doctor Strange coming out, which I don't know if y'all want to talk about that or not, but I went to that a screener that Marvel put out. It was 15 minutes of why you should probably go see Doctor Strange in IMAX.
I saw that.
And I am not for IMAX movies. I'm not for 3D. A movie should be able to stand.
See, and
I
that's
Hold on, before we keep going, come up, Ricardo.
oh,
that's
Antonio
that's
Ricardo's here.
that's my thing. I don't mind IMAX. I love IMAX. I do not. You broke the entire. You know what? You're on the list.
Oh God.
I like IMAX. I do not like 3D. So I get IMAX, but you went and saw this, and you saw it.
Both
It's
of
in
these guys,
IMAX 3D.
Ricardo and Jason.
Yeah.
And from what I've been told, and I've seen the
trailers.
blue people. What are the blue people? The movie, the blue people, the big giant
Avatar.
Avatar.
Wow.
Saw that.
Wow.
Didn't care about it.
The blue people.
Didn't need the 3D for it. So, but I'm hearing a lot of people say that this is what 3D was created for.
Well, for one thing, when we saw the trailers, I think we discussed this on the show. It looks big. Like the stakes. For one thing, the stakes are way bigger.
Oh yeah.
We actually see his first meeting with the Ancient One. And remember how we heard of the Seven Realms in Thor? Yeah, she sends him on a quick tour of them.
That was one of the most awesome things I had ever seen
Holy
in 3D.
crap. Yeah, that right there was enough for me to go, well, I'm watching this movie in 3D. We see all of the realms. And it is like an acid trip that you just went on.
It if you saw Ant-Man, and you saw them going to the Ant-Man when he's going to the particle universe, it was like watching that, but like 20 of them. It was just like over and over, just different things. You're just like,
It is almost overwhelming seeing the way it's presented on screen. And kudos to who has done the visual effects for this. Because seeing that, I was blown away. And that's just at the beginning. And then they actually showed, remember when we saw in the trailer how the cities were kind of just splitting and expanding out? Whoa. That is actually a fight going on in that. And the fight almost seems small compared to everything that is happening around them as this is going on. You're just sitting in your seat like, oh my God, this is what I'm going to be seeing. Like we've seen big battles in Avengers with Ultron and them fighting the Chitauri in the city. Nothing compared to what we're going to be seeing in Doctor Strange. I mean, I came out there like, all right, I'm going to see this movie in IMAX. Y'all sold me. Y'all have sold me. And speaking of that, Wong. Is he going to be the character everybody's going to love this movie?
he's going to be the character that he's the comedic relief that everyone's going to love.
He is the straight man not to be messed with.
Yeah, it's like cool. I will have a beer with him, but at the same time, I don't want to piss him off because he's gonna probably break my neck and throw me out the window.
But they've always had a relationship where Wong was very serious in the comics, and Doctor Strange would always kind of joke around with him. Yeah,
It's
that,
there.
That comes out immediately.
They had a small 30-second banter, and I'm like, I want more of this, and I want just everything they showed us there. Those 15 minutes made me want just everything. Just like this is a movie I could sit down and watch over and over again, just based on those 15 minutes.
And people griping about Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One, which again, Asian role, blah blah blah. Got it. No, she's like a crazy Yoda in this, because there's one point where she has him like seeing all of this stuff, and Mordo's like, his heart rate is really high, and she just brings him back. Oh, he's fine. Boom! And you're just like, and she just puts him back. It's like big, huge, back in. Now you can go back. That is the scene where we saw it in the trailer where he's like, teach me.
Yeah.
And you see why. After I would have seen something like that, I'd have been like, okay, I believe whatever. I have no more questions. What do I need to do for you?
Yeah.
But it just seems, this movie seems like the stakes are so much higher.
The only thing that scares me is if this, how big it can be, then once we get to Infinity War, how much bigger is that going to have to be to
Well,
compare?
we know that's going to be on
Law
a
of
galactic
diminishing
level.
returns.
But, I mean, we always knew that Strange is, I mean, they don't talk a lot. I mean, Strange in the comics, he's the master of mysticism. Everything. If it is magic related, it goes through him. And they really downplay that in the comics a lot, but
He's kind of always off by himself because he's off doing, if I'm not mistaken, off dealing with stuff the other Avengers
that
can't
is
even
way
touch.
over your head that
Yeah.
you never even see.
Because it's in other realms and things that people can't see, things going on that he's. So when they come to him with, "Hey man, Doctor Doom's got these robots," he's like, "I don't got time for your shit. Go away."
You think that's big?
Language.
And that is exactly what we're going to see with this movie. So I'm like, already. Okay, I mean, I was already going to see it. We were talking about, like, why do we need to see this?
Yeah.
The movie comes out November 4th. We're going to go see a Marvel movie. This was a seller.
Yeah.
Well, it's already tracking to be a little bit more than Ant-Man. Ant-Man made 57 opening weekend, and the Hollywood Reporter is reporting that Doctor Strange is just jumped from tracking at 50 to somewhere up closer to 75 million.
Nice.
Nice.
I think after the first day, I think he's going to be closer to 90. I think the word of mouth is going to be so incredible that it's going to go up to 90.
I mean,
No, I think it'll have a very small drop off, but I think it's not going to pull in. I go back to this whole time. It's not. My mom's not going to go see it opening weekend.
Right.
You know,
It's going to be the next weekend.
the next weekend's it's going to have a very small drop off.
but
Now, I got a question for you, Jason. Tiny spoiler-ish. The giant face, when they was going through the realms, there was those...
I'm not going to get into that because
Okay.
we're going to see it.
Okay.
Let's not even touch on that.
Okay.
That is something for another time.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's it for Doctor Strange. Thank you, Ricardo. We're going to go ahead now, and we're going to transition over to TV. Yeah, we've got the whole Arrowverse has started up, so we've got to talk about that. We got to get into that. So we also need to bring on Rob, because Rob, this is channel control, and this is your deal, bro. So
Ass over here.
roll the opener. All right, so Hannah just, she did morphin' time, and she just morphed into Rob.
Where did the boobs go?
They're
No,
still here.
they're still there. They're still there. They kind of move around, though. They shift. All right, so...
And I'm pregnant, too.
Twins, I see.
It's morphin' time! All right.
Oh,
What do you do?
why'd you have to make it weird?
Robin Trophy! Ah.
Oh.
What's your Zord? What would your Zord be?
Oh,
Giant penis.
a big keg.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and throw it out there. Language.
It'd be a big keg on wheels. He would just spray with monsters and get them sloshed until they don't want to fight it. I don't want to destroy this city no more.
The rest of the Zords, they come over together, and one has like a giant red cup, and it's just like, yeah. All right, so let's get to channel control. Like I said, the Arrowverse is started back up again. We've already seen 2 episodes of Flash, and we've seen 2 episodes of Arrow. Supergirl
I
just
have
started.
not seen 2 episodes of Arrow because the second episode of Arrow is not on the CW app yet on
What?
the Xbox.
On the X.
Well,
It
then watch
is on
your phone.
It is on my phone. Look, I have a great surround sound and I have an awesome screen TV. I want to watch it on my damn system.
You know what
Hey,
I can
you know
normally
what?
do is I can have it on here and then
throw it.
throw
And
it
when
on
when
there.
I do that,
I feel like Iron Man.
yeah. See,
I know, I
I do
love
too. But
that.
when I do it, the sound's off a little bit.
Who
And
cares?
I'm OCD.
Who cares?
I'm OCD, bro.
Who
Can't.
cares?
So go out and buy you a Chromecast for like $25, $35.
That's what I have. I have the
the
Chromecast,
And it's still off?
it's off. It's off because of the CW app throwing it.
Oh,
It's weird.
technology hates you.
I know.
So we're gonna spoil the crap out of it for you. All right, so we've all seen that, and then there's also Supergirl.
Supergirl.
That started,
Which
Yes.
I missed.
and we're live tonight. And Legends of Tomorrow is starting right now, so obviously we can't really talk too much about that.
I loved how
They covered on Nerd Interference on Saturday.
Sure.
Watch Nerd Interference Saturday mornings, 10 a.m.
I loved how Flash's 2 first episodes. One was called Flashpoint, and the second one was called Paradox.
Yeah.
I was like, touche.
Friggin' Barry, man.
Good job.
Damn it, Barry.
I love the memes. The memes are the greatest thing
See,
ever.
okay.
I haven't seen them.
You didn't see the one I posted today that has his dad or Jay Garrick holding up the kid. Goes, Barry, think of this as the timeline. And Barry goes, can I fuck it? And his dad goes, no. He goes, I'm going to stick my penis in it. Language.
No, I had not seen that. That's amazing.
Okay, so like BC said, Flash, let's start off with this one. Barry fucks time.
Yeah.
Hard. He, as you saw the last time,
God.
he went back.
You know
I
what?
want
You know what?
everybody.
Cat's going out the
I
window.
want everybody who has not seen this episode to watch it and expect to see Barry Allen humping time. Like that is what I want them to see. Oh, okay.
Just look at his face. Just look at the face.
He goes back, he changes time and saves his mom and screws everything up. He goes back to the regular world. He's with his mom, his dad. Most of his friends are elsewhere. Like Cisco was owned
Cisco
Star
was
Labs
Tony
or
Stark.
Yeah.
He was Tony Stark. Caitlin worked for
She was an ophthalmologist.
ophthalmologist.
ophthalmologist,
Yeah.
but when he brought her in there, she had an idea to find this the guy, the rival in the
had the
city.
knowledge.
Right.
She had the knowledge. Yeah, she was smart enough to tell Cisco what to do. The episode was great. I loved it. It's just that Flashpoint ended like that.
Yeah.
It was done. I'm like, okay, so before I'm saying, how are they going to do this? Are we going to have a big Atlantean Amazonian war in the background? They're not really going to talk about it, but none of that. They dealt with him and moved on.
Yeah.
The
Well, I can see why they wouldn't do that.
I mean,
you
that's
know.
a lot of money and things to show, whatever.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, you can just skip over all of that. The second episode,
It shows that it wasn't over.
Well, and then Thawne is back.
And here's
Yeah.
the thing that's making me mad about the second episode. I sat there, I was going, Barry, you're turning into Oliver. Stop lying. All you had to do was get back and go, look, guys, I messed the timeline up. This is why I'm acting weird. This is why I don't understand what's going on. Look, when I thought we were cool, what's going on? And he just wouldn't say anything. I'm like, Barry, just tell. I guess then there wouldn't be an episode.
Sure.
But at
But
the
he at
same
least
time,
he does it at the end though. He was a lot quicker than Oliver would have been.
Yeah. Oliver waits till 3 seasons later.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I got a kid.
Let me tell you about Russia. Really? You're gonna tell me about Russia now?
Hold up. Look, I don't want to admit when I didn't take the trash out when it was, and missed the trash guy going by. If I fuck up a time stream, I don't want to tell anybody either. Okay? I hate the accusation of my wife. Did you get the trash out? No. Okay? So if I freaking messed up reality as everyone knows it, I probably wouldn't go around, oh, by the way, I screwed up your reality.
I get it.
Yeah.
But the 7th time you've destroyed the timeline, I think it's time to go, look, guys, I got a problem.
Well, I thought it was interesting though that in the second episode we really start to see like how the world was really affected, because you look mostly you see how it affected the Arrowverse because now Diggle doesn't have a daughter; he's got a son, and you're like, whoa,
Oh,
wait,
hold up,
you didn't have that before.
Yeah, I'm like, what happened to your daughter? She's no longer exists. Sorry, daughter. But yeah, so then that opens up to whole, the future timeline with Legends of Tomorrow, with Diggle's son and everything that goes on with that. So
The one thing you were mentioning about Eddie Thawne,
Yeah.
in the first episode, there was one point he said, once things gets bad enough, you'll come back and beg me to change it.
yeah,
And
That
he had
scene-
to go back
No,
to
Barry.
Thawne and say, kill my mom.
yep, yep, say it,
Say it, Barry.
say it. And then, and what I do find it interesting though is that it almost seems like his whatever the other Thawne was that they killed himself so that way he could save the world. He doesn't exist anymore, or maybe he's somewhere else that Eobard is trying to keep him away. So I don't know. That was really interesting with that. And then Arrow right now with what's going. Well, actually, before we go into Arrow, Flash and their new enemy, Dr. Alchemy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
Giving
Dr. Alchemy,
people-
I don't know too much about. You
and
probably
your boy
know
from
more
Harry
than I do.
Potter.
Yeah, well, I don't know who Draco Malfoy. I don't know who he's going to be really later on.
He's
but,
just
yeah.
playing another the forensic scientist.
But I like
with
him.
Barry, but
I
he has
actually
his-
like his dynamic.
Yeah,
on
but he
there.
works in just metahuman stuff.
Yes,
So that's his job, and he hates Barry. And
I hate that guy. Yes, I hear that all the time.
Dr. Alchemy is pretty much like reverse Zoom, but not instead of bringing villains in, he's making them. And he's just, I'm curious to see who he's going to actually bring in. Well, I'll wait till you get to Arrow because I definitely was shocked with this week's Arrow.
So okay, so yeah, let's get into Arrow, and with what's going on, we'll talk about the first episode, which you've watched.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
You wuss.
All right, now let's talk about the second episode.
All right, well, we did hear that they were not going to be delving too much into powers on Arrow, which already we know is a lie.
Right.
Because they've introduced Ragman, which lesser-known DC hero, But I think he works for that small screen.
It does, because I also think that it's going to really create some sort of drama between Felicity and that guy. Because Felicity essentially was the one that killed his entire family and everybody he ever knew. So
There is going to be a coming to Jesus moment.
yes. Yeah. Also, I did love how everybody was like, Ragman, please tell me we're not actually going to go with Ragman. And then, same thing with Wild Dog. Like, can we please change Wild Dog?
No, because
No, but when I saw that, the first one I did in chat was, Jason, Wild Dog!
Which I'm like, okay, fine. The lower street level heroes from DC, it's kind of like Netflix.
Those are the ones you use.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I was really shocked that they went to Ragman, though, because I was like, because when he first shows up, I'm like, well, that's interesting. Who the hell is it? Is that? Nah, come on, it couldn't be. Even though the costume kind of looks like him. And then once he made the reveal, I'm like, oh my god, they're using Ragman.
And that's going to be Oliver's first partner at that point.
I like it. I'm still waiting for Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, he
Because
is training a team now.
Mr. Terrific is actually one of my favorite heroes from DC because on the level of who's the most intelligent in the DC universe, there's Batman and then there's Mr. Terrific.
Okay.
He's very smart. He's a tactician. He actually led the Justice Society of America. So I'm waiting for Curtis to be friggin' Mr. Terrific. Because right now he's comic relief.
Nowhere
and
near
it's
that
pissing
right
me
now.
off. Mr. Terrific was nothing like this in the comics. He came in. He is assured of himself. He's just a really smart, athletically gifted, and very scientific character. I know they brought forth the T-spheres. I think they were on the right path with him. And now they're really making him out to be kind of almost comic relief.
Yeah,
He's
he's
one of my
annoying
favorite.
me.
I think he's one of my favorite characters on the show.
I'd like him on the show, but I want him to be.
And
I want him to be Mr.
I love
Terrific.
the actor too. The actor, he's funny. as
Echo
hell.
Kelly.
I want more depth. That's my thing with him.
When
That's
Echo
my
Kellis
problem.
was cast as that, I wrote that story for Cinelinx, and I tweeted him. I was like, "You're doing one of my favorite characters, man. Don't fuck it up." And he actually tweeted me back. He's like, "Don't worry, man. It's one of mine too. I got it."
So he's
right.
going to be Mr. Terrific.
Yes,
You've got the one, I don't know her name.
she's gonna be vigilante.
She's going to be Vigilante. And then who's Wild Dog going to be? Or as far as...
There's Wild Dog.
It's just Wild Dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
already
very
there.
street level hero.
So none of these...
I mean,
He's kind of like Casey Jones, but
yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
You'd almost say, because Casey Jones was created before Wild Dog was, you'd almost say he was a bit of a ripoff by DC. I won't.
Everybody
go into-
rips off from everybody.
I won't go into that, but yeah, he was always kind of just a street level guy. Didn't really have his own book, I don't think. I think maybe
I think he did for a
he's
while.
had some limited
like
series.
a mini series, something like that. Yeah.
But
So they're really going to go with Vigilante as the name for Vigilante?
Vigilante has carried their own book. Yeah, Vigilante has been a well-established DC character who's actually carried their own book.
Sure, but I'm thinking for a TV show, are you really going to go with that? It almost seems like it's not very creative because you've got Wild Dog, you've got Green Arrow, you've got
we don't
Mr.
have
Terrific,
I mean,
and then
we-
it's like Vigilante. Well, what are you? I'm a Vigilante. Your name's Vigilante? I'm the Vigilante.
We'll see where it goes with that. I mean, yeah, I see where you're going with it, but that is the character. I mean, I what do you want me to do? It's DC.
But that's what I'm saying is that, will they change it?
I don't think so. I think they're going to go with
no,
Vigilante.
they're gonna keep him the same.
Okay.
But as far as the team is formed, finally actually get a little cohesive. Of course, they got to have the
Sure.
flack, and they got to go against each other.
Well, I'm almost wondering, though, how long this group is going to last. How many seasons is this going to last? Is it going to be a one and done? Is it going to be 2 seasons? We'll see.
Well, I know we've heard rumors of this is the last season of Arrow.
I don't know what else they
I
could
did not
flashback
hear.
to.
I've heard something they're saying it's the last season of Arrow.
This is the last season of flashbacks.
Yeah, because you can't go back anymore because he was 5 years on that island.
Okay.
And they've said he came out and said, "Hey, this is the last season of flashbacks." And we're done.
Okay. Well, I'm all for that. Enough flashbacks. I think they've
Also,
been stretching them
I
out.
will say, though, for the frickin' island, you're not showing enough of you being on that damn island for that first episode for you to have a damn beard and then have, be out there and all that
Clearly,
shit.
he's going to have to
So
go back
he's
there
gonna-
one more
yeah.
time.
It was like you were not on this island for 5 years. You was on the island for 3 years.
Yes.
You took a vacation from the island and went back to the island.
Because even,
And then he's like another vacation from the island.
even on the first episode, when they say he has all this scar tissue all over, I'm like, what the fuck was on that island?
Yeah. And I'll be honest, though, I still haven't seen everything that scar tissue. I'm like, what come on, I need more. Give me more. I want to see more brutality. And I think that's what all these other seasons have been missing from that first season. That first season was brutal. Second season was worse. And then it kind of
Yeah, well,
scaled
I think
down.
they're
kinda
revisiting
said,
a bit.
I can't kill anymore and all that.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That's
But I hate the preachiness of it. Of like, if you put killing back on the table, then you're no better. And I'm like, just do it. Whatever. Just do it. Take care of it. Kill him.
Well, let's move on to Supergirl because
No, I
Okay.
will not, Jason.
Yeah, now-
let's do it.
Okay, even though I didn't get to see the episode, I had to take care of a car issue. But the one thing I mentioned to you guys, all this time people kept saying, how are they going to get Supergirl into this world? How are they going to get Supergirl there? Barry did it.
Yeah.
Barry's already changed everything, so it's like, it's not how she's going to get there. It was how these guys are going to get her there.
I don't think so. I think she's going to stay on her own Earth and then come in when they do the
no,
crossovers.
they don't bring her to the CW and have that big, awesome scene we saw of Superhero Fight Club and not introduce her.
Dope Fight Club.
I think
That's not a
she's-
scene, though.
I
That's
think
just something
she's-
they do for fun.
I think it's going to come to a point where Barry's going to be like, "Oh, you're here. Wait a minute. Why are you here?" And then hopefully that's.
I don't think so.
Honestly, I was expecting them to address that first episode of Supergirl, and they did not, and I was a little disappointed.
That's what I was thinking they were going to do. And then I realized
Instead, we go back to the stupid
you
ass
see
pod.
you see that Cat Grant has something that she's going somewhere. She's leaving. Like you can tell that's because I was thinking they're going to take her off that Earth, put her on their Earth, and that's why Cat Grant's character's not going to be there as much. But you already see the makings of her leaving that company and going to do something else. And
Can't really afford Callista Flockhart.
yeah, or no, it's not that they can't afford her. It's that she didn't want to move the Toronto.
That makes sense, yeah.
And watching it, however, I already see the budget cuts, which is not bad. It still looked fine. I think they're spending too much damn money on it as it is. And I already see the CW influence on it. That's for damn sure.
So here's my question for you guys, because in the top secret SCNS chat, nobody likes Superman.
No, not at all.
He looks sickly.
Superman.
Hashtag not my Superman.
Make Superman great again.
I'm with her.
And I don't, I don't
Supergirl.
like how all last season when they would talk about Superman, Martian Manhunter would bring him up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're good friends, we talk, we're buddies, we're pals." And then all of a sudden this season, we're at odds with each other because I have kryptonite.
They have a
here."
disagreement of it. They have a different.
Yeah, but that's not. They had, and I understand it's a new network,
okay.
new things. But man, that came out of it because they didn't build that at all.
Maybe it's because my expectations for Superman are so low, but I had no problem with him.
Look, if he was Superboy, I'm like, hey, good job, man. You're Superboy. I get
I
it.
like the
That's
interaction
not
between
Superman.
him and Kara, though.
No, they play off each other fine.
Yes.
The performance is not it. I just don't see Superman. I don't see it.
I'm on the minority that actually likes Henry Cavill as Superman.
I like him.
I
And
like
so
it.
we're still a minority.
I
So like you go from that where you watch a guy and you're like, that is Superman. And then you go to this guy and you're like, you are watered down,
Well-
great value Jello.
we have
What are you?
well, DC does not want to mix their cinematic and television universes.
I know.
No, that's fine.
No,
That's
but
fine.
you can
No,
get
it's not
someone
fine,
that
but
looks
okay.
the part
Have
of
y'all,
Superman.
have you guys seen Tom Welling lately? Tom Welling is jacked to all hell. You could have brought him in.
You saw him in Draft Day. That was the last time you
Draft
saw him.
Draft
Yeah.
day, baby.
Except I have no desire to watch. Superboy with problems again.
That's what you're getting
See,
at.
at this point, though, I think you could bring him back, and then you're not doing Smallville.
I think
You're
we're
doing
You're doing
Supergirl.
Superman.
It would've
Yeah,
made-
Supergirl.
it would've-
You've got another world now.
It would have
Oh,
made for
Smallville
good
was
fan
another
service,
Earth.
but I don't think it would have worked overall.
I
Anyway,
really wish
For
they
what,
would have.
the 3 episodes he's going to be in? Oh, it wouldn't have
Yeah.
worked overall.
I wish they would have done that because then you already had Dean Cain come in, so you had a former Superman, and then you brought in Tom Welling. Okay, now you got a theme going of former Supermans being on this show.
Yeah, you had the former Superman and Supergirl,
Yeah.
which was the mother, the
Yes.
adoptive
And you're
mother.
about to have Wonder Woman.
Ta-da!
Yeah,
What?
so it would
Linda
have been,
Carter plays the president.
I know she plays
Yeah.
the president, but you said
So
what?
it would have been a cool thing for them to do, to constantly like refer back to them, back to their heyday, and bring Tom Welling in and finally show the man in the damn
Okay.
suit, because you never damn saw him in the suit.
No.
You saw him in fucking CGI up
What
in
is
the.
it?
Oh my god! Okay, so
They conned us so bad.
just a quick like little aside. I hadn't watched the entire season. I was working at a radio station, and we got the entire season in to give as a giveaway. Nobody came to pick it up because it's Smallville. So I ended up taking it. And then for the next like 2-3 months, I watched the entire series of Smallville, start to finish. I got to the end, and I'm like, the fuck? Like, I was pissed when I got
The
there.
two things they said with Smallville was he will never fly and he will never wear the suit.
Hang on a second.
That's
Shut
what they
up,
said.
Zach.
I don't think that's
in the
Zach.
fifth
I don't think
season?
that's Zach. I think that's L.A.
We love you, LA.
And
Nobody-
L.A. Shut the hell up. Teen Wolf sucks. That's not my Teen Wolf. Michael J. Fox, son.
Did
In the
anybody
fifth
watch?
season, he flew. But
Yeah.
it was like,
Yeah.
well, it wasn't him. Kal-El took over his body. Yeah, fuck
No,
you,
he
whatever.
flew.
But I
He
but
flew.
I understand what you're saying
So
about
besides,
Annoying.
besides the CW shows, anybody watch Agents of Shield?
We're about to get to that.
Okay.
Well, and then let's get
I
to
didn't know it was
Legends of Tomorrow.
Okay.
It was amazing that we got to see Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. They were in there. That was a lot of fun. Got to check that out. I'm fucking with you, but nobody's seen it yet.
I was like, oh, what the fuck?
I was about to hit you with this bottle.
Yeah, especially him. He is a huge Blue Beetle,
I'm like,
Booster Gold fan.
Y'all got me here when Blue Beetle.
I was like, Rob's about
Fuck
to
all y'all.
All right, so now we are going to unveil a new segment for Channel Control. It is called Dope
Dope.
or Weak.
Wake.
And here we go. So now we're gonna go over the shows that are happening right now during the fall season, because we've seen a few of
I
these
feel like I need to
episodes.
develop a sound effect and something.
We
for
do.
this. We're like,
We
We
do.
do. We do need to
We
do
will
it.
do that.
And,
So
and we're going to try to keep communication about them to a minimum.
Yeah,
because
that's
we're
what this is
already
for.
at 9 o'clock.
that's what this is for. It's gonna be short, sweet. You say dope or weak. Just one sentence.
Maybe
All
one
right,
sentence.
maybe one sentence. All right, first one. The new Fox show, Pitch.
So dope.
So dope.
It's good.
dope.
All right.
Dope.
Now, Agents of Shield.
What is that?
Dope.
Weak.
Dope. It's getting me. It has its up and downs right now, but I'm gonna say dope. I'm still in.
I'm saying weak because there's not enough of Ghost Rider.
The show is not called Ghost Rider.
I want Ghost Rider.
I'm gonna say it's Deke. It was dope and dropped.
You can see
Okay.
they blew their load of money on,
Yeah,
on
they
the
did.
first episode.
We got LMDs. We got Ghost Rider. I'm still saying dope.
Yeah, but still a boring show. All right, Designated Survivor. Dope.
Wait, I stopped after
Weak.
episode 1,
Weak.
Weak.
and it's not for anything other than it just didn't draw me.
So dope.
So dope.
We're getting them. It just didn't draw me in.
Yeah.
So
Lucifer.
Dope.
Dope.
dope. I'm behind, but
Trisha
dope.
Helfer.
That's straight to my man. Yeah.
Yeah.
My man. Oh,
Dope.
you had a problem with
Dope.
dope and weak. My man.
I love this
Hey,
show.
we old.
I love this show already. Add Trisha Helfer.
Yeah.
Just all right. We're good. We good.
I just need them to get to more of the supernatural stuff and get away from the whole detective. Let me solve a murder. I don't care.
But
I just like you get like
just
5
love
minutes
the
of
actor that plays
supernatural,
Lucifer, though.
and then you get 5 minutes of supernatural at the end, and the whole rest of it's like detective.
Look, the actor that plays Lucifer is how I wish
Oh,
I
I
could
love
just
him.
act every day.
I love him.
I mean,
bad
this
is-
man,
he
this
makes
man
me
has
miss
put his penis
Constantine.
into every woman in L.A.
really
But his
does.
mother shows up, takes a dress over, he's like, "Oh my God, mother,
Yeah.
put it on." Really, Lucifer? Come on.
Speechless.
Dope.
Dope.
I haven't watched it.
Haven't watched it.
Indifferent. Haven't watched.
I haven't watched
You
it.
should watch it. It's
All right.
really funny.
I've heard good things though. I've
It's
heard
really-
a lot of good things about it.
It's worth it.
Son of Zorn.
Weak.
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 It's awkward. It's a weird show. I don't like it.
I'm not feeling it.
Not either.
I think I kind of like the first episode. I'm just like,
I've watched
I
all
was-
the episodes. I barely liked the first one, and the other two were just.
I was excited to watch it till I saw that it was a hybrid of animated and
Yeah,
live action. I was
it's-
like, oh, I don't care about
It's
that.
weird.
Wait.
All right. Lethal Weapon.
dope.
Weak.
Dope.
So dope.
So dope.
Why are you saying weak?
Why?
I watched the first episode. I didn't like it. I haven't watched it since.
It's a pilot. You got to give it more than a pilot. It got its full list. They brought it to 22 episodes.
It
Full
got
season?
its point
Full
across.
season. Nice.
I like the actor that plays Riggs, and of course I like the
All right,
actor.
I'll watch it over the weekend.
I would
Maybe
give
I'll
it a
change
shot.
my mind, but
man, 3 episode rule.
Yeah, that's true. 3 episodes.
Yeah, 3.
All right.
that's what I usually do. but
Now we're going to
sometimes
HBO. Insecure.
Oh, then
I'm watching.
I have
the
not
only
watched
thing
it.
on HBO I'm at right now is Westworld.
I'll be honest with you. Aaron in our Cinelinks chat, he was like, "This show's better than Westworld," and I'm like, "That's strong." And by that basis alone, weak. Like I watched it, and I'm like, "This is okay. It's not that great." Even my wife was like, "I could pass. I could never watch this again and be happy." All right, now the last one. I know what this is. The consensus is obvious. Westworld.
Dope!
So dope.
What to me, it's like confusingly dope.
It's supposed to be confusingly dope.
Digging it.
I haven't made a decision on how I feel about it yet.
After the first
The
episode.
first episode, I'm like, okay, this is cool. I can see
Yeah.
what they're doing, but I need more yet. And I haven't watched the second episode yet, so I'm one behind. And I'm still sitting, as I'm watching, I'm like, okay, this is good. I kind of wish you were Game of Thrones right now, but okay.
Yeah, I've watched
Everything
the first
should be Game of
episode
Thrones.
like 4 times. I haven't watched the second episode yet.
Yeah.
The only thing that really got to me was when she killed the fly.
Yeah.
Because they don't kill anything living.
I know.
And the fly's next, she says, whack! I'm like, oh, she's infected.
Yep. Yep. She's our oldest one. She's been here forever.
Yep.
Oh. All right.
And there was someone bringing up about how these things die over and over again, and what if all these memories are coming back to them? Mm-hmm. Which is why they eventually later on just go.
Which again, so it's
Yeah.
interesting to say the least, but I'm not 100% dope.
You're
on
not
it
hooked yet. Okay.
All right. That is Channel Control. Thank you so much for joining us for that one. And now, finally, the last thing that we are going to talk about tonight are the worst Halloween costumes of 2016.
Oh, I'm so done.
And
Okay.
there are a lot. Jason, that's all
right.
you, buddy.
So, some of us, we get deep into our costumes. We're cosplayers. We like to make it as accurate as we can. But Halloween is kind of where you can just
We're not all
say,
cosplayers.
Well, no, Halloween is kind of where you can say fuck it.
The cool ones
Unfortunately, there are levels of fuck it that you should not go
Bruh,
to.
I'll try to let it go on the first one.
And
Language.
Right now, we are going to recap some of the worst costumes that we have seen. I blame the spirit stores.
Yeah.
But some of the worst costumes in 2016 that we have seen. And Chris, I think you got a slideshow of them.
I sure do.
What's the first one we got there?
Well, it's a combination of.
We've submitted some of the ones that we hate, so
It's a combination of martial arts and feminine products.
That'll be
Yes. The bloody tampon ninja. Just look at this beauty. Your giant bloody pad with bloody tampon nunchucks.
holy shit.
I wonder how the absorbency is on that costume.
It should be pretty much because you should beat this person into submission.
This is also Donald Trump's worst enemy.
Oh, wow.
Touche.
Ooh. That is, I saw that one. I was really just horrible, damn it. Just damn
We're not
horrible.
ever agreeing
Matt's
this
giving me the
episode,
most
are we?
beautiful
What's next up?
Well, the next one is as a cowboy. And a
This was
woman.
my worst
Good.
one. Okay, this isn't really a costume. This is somebody with a cowboy hat on and a big prosthetic dick.
It's big text, everybody.
Which,
Whoa.
also, with this costume, I see yourself at a party and you're just running into people with this phallic dick. Just, this huge 3-foot song in front of you. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Boop, boop. This is horrible.
I own Trump Towers.
This is my tower.
I like that it's a 10-gallon hat, though, so. Yeah.
Well,
All right, what's the next one up?
well, a lot of times with Halloween,
see what it is.
it's sexy Harambe.
Sexy Harambe!
This was intern Ricardo's pick, and damn, really? Sexy Harambe?
You know what? I think that same website had sexy fruit salads where they had just different sexy fruits.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, and each of them had like
Sexy
a little.
pineapple. Get over
They
it.
had a sexy pineapple.
Oh, goddamn.
Tits up for Harambe.
Also, I have a problem that the baby is white. Seriously.
Yes.
Another role going to a white person when it could have gone to a black person.
All right.
Shameful.
Bro, it's called privilege.
You ready for the last
Next up.
The last one we have, well, it's just something that we've all been seeing this year. It's, killer clowns.
Okay, fuck that costume.
Actually,
It's probably not the best idea to dress up as a clown this year. You might get
No.
fucked up.
Oh,
fun
yeah.
fact.
Language.
Fun fact: there was a killer clown sighted in my neighborhood this week.
Batman might come out and fuck you up.
Well, excellent.
No one in America has done Batman yet. All right, only the Brits are doing it.
I'm doing Nightwing, which I just have 2 sticks and I'm just hitting people. So. I'll wear a mask, okay?
Night Thrasher.
Huh?
Night Thrasher. You got a skateboard.
Oh, really? Huh? I gotta be Night Thrasher. Huh?
Well, you see, he wouldn't make a good night thrasher because he would just fall on his ass because he can't skateboard right now.
Damn.
He was a violent fuck.
Oh, well, yeah.
I do have truncheon sticks and cayenne.
I didn't send it in, but I did see one today of sexy Scrabble.
What?
What?
What the fuck?
What?
It was literally a dress with words on it.
If anybody out there has worse costumes that you've seen online, we implore you. We'll make just do it on the post for the show. Put up the worst Halloween costumes that you've seen on our Facebook page, facebook.com/SCNS Live, or our Twitter.
Hashtag bad costumes.
Hashtag bad costumes at SCNS Live.
All right. Well, that's it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a lot of fun. We went over, but, that happens whenever we have so much to
Not that
talk
bad. We're
about.
always 7 minutes over.
We're always 7 minutes over. But thank you so much for bearing with us and joining us for the entire show. I'm Matt. That's BC.
One last thing before we
We
go.
got some plugs to do.
That's what I'm about to do.
Before we go, how did our schedule actually work out? Did we?
We had scheduled this thing at 40 minutes, and yeah, we blew that thing out of the water. So yeah, I'm Matt. That's BC. That is Cora. That is Jason the X. You can find me at Move the Joystick. You can find BC at
Real Jackass BC, RELJACKASS BC. As well, you can always check out my audio podcast. It is what it is every Thursday. We talk stupid stuff.
Don't come here plugging your solo project.
Cora.
You're on.
You can find me on Twitter at HawksPerch. You can also find me on Instagram at Korodono, KORODONO.
And Jason.
Of course, on Instagram and Twitter at JasonTheX.
All right, and I know. Don't
You're
about to go there.
You're killing time. You don't have to tell me you know. Just talk about
Don't
it.
tap the damn box. Y'all guys go right ahead.
Luke Craig. Go to SCNS.com/ No, that's not right. Go
That
to
is
LukeCraig.com/SCNS.
And also, if you want any pictures of anything of our merchandise,
No, you're right.
or
It's
shirts,
super easy. You go right ahead and do that.
you can go to our Facebook page and hit the Shop Now button and get yourself a nice, cool printed T-shirt. Art provided by Miss Cora over here. And also, next week we do have a guest announcement though.
Yep.
Oh.
We have a friend of ours coming on the show. Mr. Devin Pike will be on.
Devin!
He'll be here to talk about his New Year's Eve con, which is going to be awesome. And he'll be telling us all the details. If you got questions about it, next week will be the time to hit him up live.
My arch nemesis.
I don't think you rank on his level, though.
Yeah.
Bring it on, Devin.
You're like ambush bug to it.
You want to go again, huh? He wants to go again.
All right. That's it for us. This could go on all night. Keep it on ScNS.com for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. And keep on nerding. That means-